Hi guys, it's Kaz and this is a video I've wanted to do for a long time. I wanted to do this video to give a little warning into what you don't really hear about university, because I've had not an unusual experience with university, but it's not the go straight there and then everything works out fine. So you've got your results. If it's the results you wanted, well done. If you didn't get the results that you wanted, do not worry at all, because there are other alternatives that you can do. You can either go into clearing, which will give you options of what universities are doing your course, and then you can pick from those. If you don't see any choices that you like, then by all means do a gap year and figure out just exactly what you want to do. I'll go into a little bit of what happened to me. Chemistry, psychology and history for my A levels. I got an A, B and a C. I thought I wanted to do psychology. I got into the University of Leeds, which is a very nice university. My godparents, they live in Yorkshire, so they were quite close by. And so I got the results. I was like, yeah, I'm going to university. This is what everyone said I should do, and it's fun, and I'm gonna have a great time. And that's what I expected. Skip how many ever months and actually get into September. Packed up, went to Leeds. I chose to live in accommodation at that point, and it just went downhill from there. There was no one really that I connected to, and they were really nice people, don't get me wrong, they were very understanding, but at that point I didn't really drink, and I still don't now, but I'm not like, oh god, I can't consume that because my body will go crazy. But I just, from the get-go, Freshers Week was just bad because there's so much hype over drinking and going out, partying, and I was trying my best to really involve myself in it, because I thought this is how you make friends, this is how it all goes down. But basically one of my roommates said, oh, come out, we're gonna all go out. I was like, I'm gonna throw myself into it like everyone says you're supposed to do. So I went to this place in a taxi with these people, went roller skating with them. It ended up with me roller skating on my own, and then we went out. It was in the same place, but we went to the club aspect of it, and immediately all the roommates who were like, come out with us, just dispersed. I lost everyone. I was completely on my own. I wanted to go home, but you were meant to pair up with people to go in taxis. Didn't have any of that. I was completely just brain free. I got to a point in the night, I was like, I am not safe here. I don't know anyone. I don't know who I can rely on here. I ended up ringing my godparents. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't want to come home. I don't like it. I was nearly on the verge of tears. Fortunately, I'm so lucky to have them around. They came and picked me up, and I just burst into tears. Slept over at their house and basically didn't go back. I dropped out in the second week. I've been there the Freshers Week and then the week, and I dropped out. I was really bummed out at that point, because it hadn't just been that I hadn't really got on with my roommates. I just stayed in my room. I didn't join them for meals or anything, because I was just starting to close myself in because I was so uncomfortable. Depression started, because depression is something that I struggle with and have struggled with for the majority of my teenage years. So that really started to settle in, because you're in that tiny room, and mine was quite big because I had an ensuite, because I hate using public toilets. I was eating instant mashed potato on the bathroom floor, and having the shower on, so they thought I was in the shower, so I didn't have to go out and talk to it was pretty much a really low point of my life. And don't get me wrong, the dropping out situation, I thought about it a lot, because it was either drop out and not do anything, what am I going to do when I come home? I thought everyone was going to be really disappointed in me, or carry on there and just, I don't know what would have happened, because I was really getting quite depressed in there. So I made the hard choice to me of dropping out. I came home in October, and it felt like as soon as I dropped out, I had to fill in UCAS again, and at that point I wasn't in the right frame of mind to know what I wanted to do. I felt like I was being rushed again like I was before. I was getting really anxious, because I didn't know what I wanted to, and I felt like I was just jumping into something else. So I wrote a list of stuff I enjoyed doing, and this was still kind of rushed thing, but I decided in the end to do a course called Games Concept Design, which is what I'm doing now. Is a lot better suited to my personal interests as opposed to what I thought I should be doing. To be honest, I still struggle. Living at home means that for 9 o'clock classes I have to wake up at like 5 or 6, get on like 2 trains and then a bus, and then get there, and then that's like a 2-hour journey, and then I've got to get back. Winter is absolutely awful. I hate winter, and it's coming soon. Winter is coming. What societies that I would be interested in, maybe I can't really go to just because it's just the getting there and back. What I would say, just a little bit of advice, is university is like a big thing, and people don't really tell you how big of a thing it is. So be sure that you really want to go to it, and don't just go because you think you should, because nowadays people are looking into experience just as much. So really be sure that you want to go. Like, I've got little cousins that I'm kind of speaking to. Don't feel pressured to go into something that you're not completely sure about, because the more time you spend trying to please someone else's expectations and ideals and whatever, the less time you have to kind of figure out what you want to do. To round this video off, I want to give 5 tips. This is more 5 tips for people that are definitely not going to university to party hard. They maybe fear that a little bit, are a bit anxious about the social side. Number 1, don't feel pressured at all to drink. If you are not a drinker, then don't drink. The whole drinking aspect around uni in the Freshers Week, I think, is to help people relax and not be so nervous about meeting so many new people all at once. It's up to you, but if that's not how you handle things, then don't drink. Just don't drink if you don't want to drink. That is the thing, because it can backfire pretty quick. Tip number 2, this kind of fits on to the last one. Don't go out if you don't really like the club scene. If you don't have anyone around that you can rely on, say if worst case scenario, and this does happen, your drink gets spiked, who can you go to that you know will get you home safely? So don't feel pressured to go out if you don't want to. The university will provide alternative ways to get to know people. Tip number 3, one of the ways that the university will provide ways of meeting people is societies, and that's a really good way to find groups where there'll be people that have your same interests. Tip number 4, visit home and talk to your parents and talk to your old friends and see them as much as you need to. It's not something to feel bad for if you're going home every weekend. Don't feel bad, because one of my friends, she was going through some stuff. She visited home when she needed to, and that helped her get through it. So don't feel bad if you need to go visit them. Tip number 5, at the end of the day, university is an investment. You are paying money, a lot of money, to go to university, unless you live in Scotland where it's free, I think. But university is an investment, and if you're not getting exactly what you want out of university, you have the right to complain, basically. University is too much money to just settle for it. So if you have a problem at university, whether it be your accommodation, tutors, or your classes, don't feel like you just have to put up with it, like do something about it. So yeah, that was my kind of university tour. Whatever situation you're in and you're going to university, I hope this video helped, as always. If you have any advice for people, leave it in the comments below if you think I've missed anything out, and kind of give me your kind of experience of uni. You don't often hear about the people that didn't really enjoy uni that much, and there are people out there, because like, I've asked people. One of my friends dropped out of uni as well after the first day, so yeah, sharing is caring. See you in the next video. Bye bye.